Good morning all of you. Today we are going to discuss the subject of operating system. So in this operating system, we are going to discuss the topic of process states. Process states. Okay. So we know that already. What is the meaning of operating systems? So operating system is a control program which controls the components of a hardware and the components of a software. Okay, so it is a control program and also it is a resource allocator which is going to be allocate the resources of your programs. Okay, so in this process state transition we have important states of your processes. Okay, so consider the state of new, okay, and the state of ready and the state of running and the state of waiting and the state of terminated. Okay, so here the 5 important states are available for the processes. So new state, ready state, waiting, running and terminated. Okay, so initially the process is admitted into a new state. Okay, so now new state process is enter into the ready state. Okay, so which is going to be start the processes. Okay, so process going to be complete its task fully. Okay, so new state entered process is going to be a ready state and ready state process is going to be reached with running state without any interruption, going to be a running state, and again it's going to the terminated state. Okay, so this flow of execution is called as a non-interruption of your process. Okay, so that is new state. New process is admitted into a new state and again it goes to the ready state and next it goes to the running state without any interruption. This process is moving to the running state and again it's moving to the terminated state. So terminated in the sense the process is fully completed without any interruption. So interruption, the meaning of interruption is here. If any temporary break is having any process execution, it is called as an interruption. Okay, so now suppose running state process is again return back to the ready state, it is called as a interrupted process. Okay, and also there is a chance of running state process may be going to the waiting state through input output request. Okay, and it's again going to the ready state. Okay, so this circle is represents running state process is not completed its completed its task perfectly and again it's returned back to the ready state once again the process is continues its task once again. Okay, so if running state process is again going to the ready, okay, and again it completing its task because it is a interrupted process. So interrupted process is once again going to the running state and it's going to the terminated state. But here we cannot give any guarantee of that any interrupted process will be directly goes to the terminated state because already it is interrupted state. So that interrupted state process is again maybe a chances of going to the ready state. Okay, and if suppose any input output request is not granted immediately and again this running state process is going to the waiting state, this waiting state process also once again forwarded to the ready state. So consider this all the process which are once again returned back to the ready state. These processes are called as a new process only. So new process again going with running state and terminated state. Okay, so this is how the process states are executing its task from new state to terminated state. Okay, here we are having the two important concepts. One is preemption, another one is non-preemption. Okay, so the preemption and another one concept is non-preemption. So non-preemption in the sense the process is admitting and it goes to the ready state and again it goes to the running state without any interruption. Without any interruption, and the process is completing its task without any interruption, and if it is going to the terminated state, then we can call it as a non-preempted process. That is, there is no temporary break, there is no interruption between the process. So non-preempted processes are called as a process which are executed without any interruption. It can move to the new state to ready state to running state to terminated state successfully. Suppose if running state process is so process which are almost going to the terminated state, but in a running state, if any input output request is not granted immediately, again it return back to the waiting state and once again it goes to the ready state. So we can call it as a interruption. There is a temporary break of interruption between the processes. So we can call it as a preemption in a process states. So preempted process and non-preempted process. And also we can have an idea of the preemption, how the preemption is occurs or how the interruption is occurs. So due to some protection, hardware protection is not highly secured or some input output protection is not highly secured, then we can say these protections are not secured by the processors, then that process are going to the preempted state, interrupted state. So next class we will move to the concept of deadlock. Thank you.